Marcus Hawk Show. I'm the Trev. It's too sweet. Anyway, the 2023 Stanley Cup Finals quickly approaching, literally 2 days away as I'm recording this. I have one more trophy to kind of predict. And that being the Conn Smythe Trophy. And this one is never easy to predict. I mean, some years the pick stands out. Some years it doesn't. But out of all this, we'll try and at least predict a winner. So, let's check it out. So as we always do, the Conn Smythe Trophy is awarded annually to the playoff MVP as voted on by the Professional Hockey Writers Association. And generally, as a rule of thumb, there are usually no nominees heading into it, as you know, when they vote at the conclusion of the last game of the NHL Stanley Cup Playoffs. So, based on that, I mean, they probably already have, finalists in mind that they would definitely want to nominate. So, with using that logic, I'm going to nominate 3 of my own. Now, whether it's from both teams or from one team, I haven't thought that through. But I'm going to give you my picks as to who I think deserves, not so much should be, but deserves to be playoff MVP for these Stanley Cup playoffs. Starting with, you have to include Matthew Tkachuk in this, win or lose. I mean, come on, 16 games played, 21 points, 3 overtime winners. 4 of them are game winners. 2 of them are series clinchers. And as I said in the prediction video for the Stanley Cup, this guy's fingerprints are all over the Panthers this year. So, based on the playoffs he's been having and the MVP form he's been showing, there's no reason you can deny Tkachuk. On the flip side, Goalie Bob's really kept the Panthers in, posting an 11-2 record with a .935 save percentage, a 2.02 goals against, and that one shutout, his first playoff shutout. I mean, the 11-2 record alone should tell you how valuable Bobrovsky is to the Panthers in their cup run. But I would really feel like I'm neglecting the Golden Knights if I don't mention anybody from them. So, for Vegas, I'm selecting Jack Eichel as my finalist. Now, 18 points in 17 games. And a lot of those are assists. I mean, if he's not scoring, he's setting up the plays. And much like Tkachuk, he's all over the Vegas blueprint right now. I mean, the kid's on fire. And if he can't be contained, he might be a serious problem for the Panthers. But those are my list of finalists. Now here's my pick. Now, out of everyone I've listed and everyone I haven't listed, out of the players on both teams, as I said when I mentioned them, win or lose, the winner has to definitely be Matthew Tkachuk. Like I said, he's probably the most important piece in the Panthers machine right now. Without him, there's no cup run. Of course, I mean, they only made the playoffs in the last week of the season. But he's been spreading the message that they are the underdogs, and they have not been playing like the underdogs. The fact that, as I've mentioned, 3 overtime winners, 4 game winners, 2 series clinchers, don't be surprised if his name's on the final game of this Cup Finals. But either way, like I said, win or lose, it has to go Tkachuk. I couldn't see it going any other way. Let me know your finalists and your winner for this year's Conn Smythe Trophy. So in other words, his hockey shows. I want to thank you for tuning in. Don't think I don't appreciate the gesture, especially if you're at this point. And if you are, that's a great thing. So I can't say how much I appreciate that enough, because I really do. But if you are here, if you like what I'm doing, or if you just want to say hi, hit that thumbs up button. I would dig that. I really would. That red button that says subscribe all over it, I would dig that a hell of a lot more if you hit that. I mean, we're pushing that 250 mark. We're getting so close. And subscribing just makes you feel good. So let's do it up. That link to that social I never use, it's in the description down below. So moving forward. Well, as of this point, I'm caught up in all playoff matters and all 23-24 matters up to this point. But if anything, My next few videos will either be scripted, or unless another vacancy gets filled, until the last game of the Stanley Cup Finals. But either way, in the meantime, in between time, be looking for more videos from the Trev. Later.